What's going on, people? Sean Roush back here with another mock draft. Today, back to 10 team from the sixth spot. Same as usual, we got one quarterback, two running backs, two wide receivers, one tight end, one flex, one kicker, one defense, six bench spots. Don't draft a kicker defense because you could just drop them right before the season starts. Let's get it rolling. All right, so it's going to be interesting to see who falls to us at the six. Gibbs, Bijan, 1 and 2 off the board. Chase, Puka, JSN, right after. If any of these five guys fall to the sixth spot, that's an automatic click. The sixth spot kind of sucks. So you really want one of these first five guys, but we didn't get them. So we have to decide who we're going to get. McCaffrey, I'm off of him this season. Yes, it's kind of crazy, but you know, he's had 3 seasons where he's barely played a lot of games. I'm not taking that risk. He had a full workload last year, and he's only getting older. Like I said, though, he's still going to be consistent getting points. It's just I can't take that. I want to have a player that's not going to get hurt. If you take the risk and he plays all games, that is fantastic value if you want to do that. But I don't really think you should base your draft off of just one pick like that. So this is a pretty clear cut decision for me. Amon Ra. You know, they're still gonna funnel him the ball. They still hyper target him. It's the safest pick. I think he's like wide receiver 3 the past like 3 years. This is a no brainer for me. So I'm taking Amon Ra. Like him over Lamb and Jefferson. So I'm gonna take Amon Ra. So 10 team leagues, remember, it's good to get a quarterback or tight end early. So keep that in mind. It's better compared to a 12 team league. Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, CeeDee Lamb, Drake London, Justin Jefferson, Ashton Jeanty, James Cook, AJ Brown were up. So we got one wide receiver. We got to look at these running backs now. Achane, Chase Brown, Hampton, Saquon, K9. Wide receivers, Nico doesn't amaze me this year. I'm not a big Stroud guy. Pickens I like, but for the second round pick, at least for me, a little too early. I would still like a number one. He popped off when Lamb wasn't playing last year, and he's still going to do good because their defense is meh, and Dak's capable of throwing for a lot of yards. But between Achane, Brown, and Hampton, he's going to get the ball a lot, but this literally might be the worst offense of all time. They have Malik Willis, and I like their wide receivers are just dog water. Chase Brown and Hampton are who we're going to look at. Chase Brown, hopefully Burrow plays the whole season because Chase Brown balled last year, and then Hampton, he got hurt, but they had one of the best offensive lines even when Rashawn Slater wasn't playing. Just with Joe Alt. When Joe Alt got hurt and Hampton got hurt, it was just a nightmare. But now they have Alt and they have Rashawn Slater healthy. It's Hampton versus Brown. Pick your poison. I love Hampton this year. I love him. But am I going to choose him over Chase Brown? For some reason, I know Chase Brown popped off. I'm just loving the upside. And I think Hampton's gonna bounce back, be solid. So I'm gonna go Hampton. If you choose Chase Brown over Hampton, that's completely fine too. It might be better. It's really a pick between those two. I'm not gonna convince you who's better than the other, but I'm taking Hampton. Uh, Saquon, just AJ Brown's gone, but also too they did the Philly special. He's gonna bounce back this year, Saquon. I see it. I just really like Hampton, so I'm gonna take Hampton and K9 dog. Saquon, Kenneth Walker, Nico Collins, Chase Brown, Brock Bowers, Rasheed Rice, Devon Achane, Trey McBride, Jeremiah Love, Derrick Henry. We're back up on the clock. Um, so I'm going to look. Let's see. Rashee Rice, I love how he's climbing up the draft boards because he's gonna ball this year. We got Brees Hall, Kyron Williams, Josh Jacobs. Uh, with the suspension with Jacobs, not really sure what's gonna happen. I think nothing is actually gonna happen. So that's kind of good. Don't do what he did though. But Kyron Williams, great offense still. He's still gonna get his touchdowns. Not worried about quorum. I'm confident Matthew Stafford driving the ball down the field. Brees Hall scares me a little bit. Yes, the team is better, but at the same time, you know, Braylon Allen's still there, and they were gonna do a committee approach last year, but then Braylon Allen got hurt. It's also the Jets, guys. Keep in mind, it is also the New York Jets. So I like Kyron out of these three running backs. Now going to wide receivers, Pickens being here right now, great value. Olave, I would draft Olave. It just depends on, he has his history of concussions, the blood clot issue coming up. Devonta Smith, don't really know. I think he's gonna do good, but I just think Pickens is gonna be like a tier kind of above him. Tat, not really interested just because Bryce Young still doesn't you know, still doesn't make me feel good. Garrett Wilson, Geno Smith's better, but I think George Pickens right here is a great pick. Now, Pickens or Kyron? Uh, I need to see if there's which running backs I like here. I think, at least the way I think of it, I really like Kyron. I like this range of Montgomery and Tootin, so I'd like to have one of them. But I think Pickens is a really great pick. I'm not a big fan of the Cowboys defense, and Dak throws for a lot of yards. Oh, this is a tough decision. Tough, tough, tough. We're just gonna look at the stats last year. A lot of greens. Would love to have that in lineup last year. I mean, this year. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 touchdowns. 10 touchdowns. Do they show points? Is the question. I want to know how many points my guy got. 263 compared to 291. Yeah, like when all else fails, just look at the points, guys. I want to draft Kyron, but at the end of the day, Pickens, better chance for points. I'll take Pickens. And we really need to make sure we get Monty or Tootin. So we're taking Pickens. That was a tough decision for me. Olave, Smith, Hall, Neighbors, Josh Allen, first quarterback off the board. Flowers, Kyron Williams, Josh Jacobs were up. Now, yes, the running backs are getting thin, but I want value. I want to wait. I'm gonna wait still. ETN on the Saints. The Saints did good last year, but with Tyler Shuck, you never know. He could just be dog water next year. Javonte Williams, solid pick. If you believe in the Cowboys, could be good. I have Pickens, and also I'd rather just wait later, get better value. I'd like to hit on some wide receivers here. Bucky, don't like the injuries. Henderson, there's rumblings of Ramondre, but I'll leave it till I see it when he fully gets the main workload, and we haven't seen it yet. Hopefully he does. Not taking him off my draft board by any means, but not going to take him right here. I like Garrett Wilson a lot in the 4th round. He's going to be a target hog, guys. He's going to be a target hog. Compared to these guys, not really. I'd have Garrett Wilson above all of them. Ibuka could be hit or miss. I'm kind of less off him now just because of Godwin. Because when Godwin played, he did pretty good. He got a good target share. McConkey, I think McConkey is gonna do great, but I'm scared, and I'm solely not drafting him just because I want to see where these guys sign. If Keenan Allen comes to town, McConkey's a no-go for me, but we're going to take the targets and we're going to take Garrett Wilson. We're just going to hit on wide receivers right now. And then that way we hit a running back later. We just do wide receiver heavy. If you get if you get 5 wide receivers, let's say early and 3 of them hit, you start them every week. You're set, dude. You're set. Higgins, McMillan, Lamar, Buka, Waddle, Scattaboo, Ladd McConkey, ETN, McLaurin, Javonte Williams, we're up. Yeah, like I said, Henderson in the 5th. I'm not even going to do that either. I'm just going to wait for the value. Montgomery or 2. And I would love to get a tight end right here. I love Tyler Warren, and I actually do love him more than Colston Loveland. Here's the reason, guys. Daniel Jones did great last year when he played. He did absolutely great. If that happens again, Tyler Warren's going to be good. But the thing is, now Pittman's gone. He's going to be the main target getter, him and Alec Pierce, both of them. Don't worry about Josh Downs. I could get Devontae Adams right now, great value. Luther Burden, I already have 3 tight ends. Let me get Tyler Warren. This is 10-team PPR, so you need positional advantage. I'm taking Tyler Warren. Drake May, Burden, Montgomery. Montgomery's gone. Irving, Loveland, Kraft, Jaden Daniels, Mike Evans, we're up. So we're going to wait on quarterback a little bit. Henderson in the 6th round. That's great value. Adams being here, that is tempting. Yes, he's going to regress, but he's still going to get a lot of touchdowns. Since I said I'm waiting on quarterback, I could do one of 2 things. I could get Devontae Adams and just hammer running back down here, or I can get Henderson and potentially Tootin if he falls, which I don't think he will. Now, if I don't, my wide receiver depth is going to be Pittman, Quentin Johnston, Romeo Doubs. I'm fine with those guys. I'm fine with those wide receivers. Oh boy. I'm fine with those wide receivers. It's just, you got to think, some weeks you're going to have to make decisions on which ones to start, and some of those weeks you're going to get wrong. I think that since Garrett Wilson has a lot of targets regardless, I'm just going to put him in every week, no matter what. I think in the 6th round, it's worth to take the shot on Henderson. I would love Devontae Adams, but I think it'd be worth to take the shot on Henderson. Yeah, it's the smart decision. I like Swift too, so if you like Swift or Tootin more than Henderson, go for it. But I think Henderson right here is great value, so we're gonna take Henderson. Henderson, Burrow, Fannin, Tate, Caleb Williams, Christian Watson, Justin Herbert, DeAndre Swift, Judkins, Trevor Lawrence, and Tootin. Well, Tootin's gone, guys. But we have our second running back, and we have 3 wide receivers. We're going to wait on quarterback, like I said. Wide receiver, Devontae Adams is still here. We're clicking him. So that's that. And I'm not going to waste your guys' time. Devontae Adams. Jameson, Price, DJ Moore, Hubbard, Warren, Pollard, Ramondre Stevenson, Marvin Harrison. The guys I like the most that just went would be Hubbard, Warren, and Marvin Harrison. I like Marvin Harrison for the upside. When he's healthy, I think he will do good this year. And I still like that Jacoby's the quarterback. Not really scared of Brooks. Regardless, Hubbard's going to start the season, and you need to start the season strong. And yeah, Brooks hasn't been healthy. He could totally just take it away, but I think Chuba's not going to do terrible to the point. And Warren, Steelers solid. A little scared because of the head coaching change, but I still think they stick true to what they do, and yeah, just run the football with him. I know Daddle's there, but he's a solid player. But yeah, all right. 4 wide receivers, 2 running backs. RJ Harvey, Dowdle, Gainwell, Monungai, Dobbins, Corum, White, Aaron Jones. Out of these guys, there's one guy that I like, and it's J.K. Dobbins. You got to reach in these situations. The Broncos have one of the best offensive lines. He did good last year, and they said he's gonna ball. If there's no running backs, you gotta go for your running backs, guys. You have to get depth. So that's what we have to do. So there's still wide receivers down here that are like, this is no brainer. Give me J.K. Dobbins. Harvey, Corum, Wandale Robinson, Rico Dowdle, Kenny Gainwell, Parker Washington. Guys, I would just stay away from Jaguars wide receivers. There's four of them. Yeah, there's hype around who's who. Get Trevor Lawrence or two, and don't waste your time on them. Kyle Monungai, Aaron Jones, Rashad White, Rome Odunze. I like Rashad White too. Low-key forgot. I'm a believer that he'll be getting the passing work, but not only that, I think that he will just flat out be on the field all the time and have the ball and run the ball. Not JCM. Yeah, so we have three running backs right now. We're gonna take value right here. But it's the 9th round and Jalen Hurts is still here. That is just absurd. Like I'm a big believer in waiting for like Mahomes or Trevor Lawrence, but Jalen Hurts is here in the 6th. You have to take Jalen Hurts. Just a solid pick. Give me Jalen Hurts. We're still gonna get the wide receiver to fall to us. Pierce, Brooks, Brian Thomas, Jordan Mason, Tyrone Tracy, Dak Prescott, Tyson, Sutton. Tyson could be the rookie to get this year, by the way. Wide receiver, Godwin, Pittman, Jacoby Myers is solid. Quentin Johnston. These are the guys I'm looking at. Let's look at Chris Godwin's numbers when he played last year. He gets hurt a lot too. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just he's solid. I have four wide receivers that I'm really confident in, so I'm okay just because of his injuries. But I think Pittman could be a great safe pick. Pittman's the type of guy where I won't have to draft more wide receivers because I have Pittman and I'd be okay starting Pittman. So that's why and I like him more than DK Metcalf. Pittman is going to gel so good with Aaron Rodgers on those routes that are like 5 to 12 yards. So we're taking Pittman. Mekhi Lemon, DK Metcalf, Ja'Cory Krosky, Quentin Johnson. Come on, man. Chris Rodriguez, Tyler Algier, Jaden Reed, Woody Marks, Zach Charbonnet, Chris Godwin were up. We're a big QJ fan over here, big Quentin Johnson fan. Okay, so like I said, 5 wide receivers. I feel comfortable in 5 wide receivers. There's Romeo Doubs here. I would have him as a 6, no problem. I don't think any of these guys are going to make or break my season. And I'd rather just get another running back right here. We have Hampton, we have Henderson, we have Dobbins. Might be good to handcuff. There's Keaton Mitchell for Hampton. Still a great offensive line. Behind Dobbins would be Jonah Coleman and RJ Harvey, who's gone. 3-headed monster. Don't really want 2 of them just because if they keep doing the splits, not interested. In a 2-man split, I am interested. But I believe Keaton is more of 2 than Vidal with the 3. So I'm a believer in Keaton. I love Sampson this year. They're going to be behind in games throwing the ball constantly. I think it's just a great safe pick you can keep on your team, worst case. And then who's our other running back? Henderson with Ramondre. Ramondre went earlier, and yeah. So we're just gonna take the depth. Gosh. Sampson, welcome to the team, buddy. And right after Sampson, we were gonna take Keaton Mitchell, but he is not there anymore. Yeah. Wow. Downs, Addison, Mahomes, Pearsall, Laporta, Keaton Mitchell, Pitts, Kelsey were up. Now I know we have Warren. I usually don't get another tight end, but George Kittle is going really late in these drafts, and he shouldn't. George Kittle, Jacoby Myers, Dobbs, Worthy. Don't want these running backs. Is Jonah Coleman still here? Yeah, Jonah Coleman's still here. Worst case. Uh, do we take the George man? Do we take the George man? We'll take. So, like, I love Jacoby Myers. I want to take him, but you just can't. There's so many heads there. So we're gonna take George Kittle, another that great tight end. I just he's George Kittle, guys. He's George Kittle. Enough said. Andrews, Likely, Spears, Kincaid, Jacoby Myers, Purdy, Ferguson, Wilson, Dart, and Pacheco. Uh, so now it's like Kittle over Dobbs for me. I think Dobbs would really complement this team, but but I would still love another running back. So I'm gonna go against my word and take Jonah Coleman because one of them is gonna start at least, or at least get some carries. So give me behind a great offensive line. Give me Jonah Coleman, Kamara, Goddard, Bigsby, Ray Davis, blah blah blah, and then we'll take Romeo Dobbs, and then we will take. Oh, realistically, if I get another wide, and I'm not starting Xavier Worthy at all. So if he goes off, it's because I didn't take him. But we'll just take Vidal, get some handcuffs in our backfield. But anyways, great draft. Hurts that late, phenomenal. Hampton behind a great offensive line. And so is Dobbins and Coleman behind a great offensive line. They might be ahead in games. They might be running out the football at the clock. Henderson, he could take that step up. I hope he does. We were able to make that pick just because we had our wide receivers locked. Tight ends, Tyler Warren and George Kittle. Um, Wide receivers, Amon Bra, Pickens, and Garrett Wilson. They're just going to get targets. Simple as that. And Devontae Adams, a dog. Pittman for safety. And Romeo Dobbs for upside because he's the number 2 on a Drake May offense that will be more competitive games this year, better game script for throwing the football. And then yeah, Samson, Vidal, Coleman, good depth running back picks. The whole point though is, if you're thin on running back, it's hitting on your guys that you really feel confident in going later in the drafts. That's how you're supposed to play. That's how at least I think. And that's why I'm successful when I play, just because the wide receivers, it's PPR. They're going to be getting the points, guys. They're going to be no one like there you get the touchdowns, blah, blah, blah. You just need one running back going late. And if they beat their ADP and they get touchdowns, that's all it takes to make up that ground. And if they do, they're going to compete with your opponent's running back, and then your wide receivers are going to crush his. But that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Comment your opinions. Let me know what spot you want me to mock from next time. Until next time, though, peace.